God day, TikTok. God day, God day, God day, God day. Another amazing day, man. Straighten this camera out. Another amazing day that we have to wake up in the land of the living. So many people didn't make it today. What's up, TikTok? What's going on? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Today is an amazing day. Today is an amazing day. Welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective into what you want. Where we shift your perspective onto what you want, knowing that whatever you in your mind will be create your life. And so we here to shift your environment, to shift your mindset, to shift everything that you're going to do. God day be like, God day, God day, God day, King James. Tyron, what's going on? Today gonna be amazing. And you know why it's gonna be amazing? Because we living. Because we living. It's gonna be amazing because we living. Put this right here. Thank y'all for jumping on, man. Letting a few more people get in here. But we here every day, 5:30. If you don't see us on some days, just know a lot of things came up. Actually, today, yesterday, I wasn't on yesterday. That's because, I had a lot of stuff going on. One thing I had going on is that my second daughter, had her baby. So I am officially a grandfather. I guess I do look like it, right? I am officially a grandfather. And I'm excited about it, man. Things is amazing. I'm so excited to have that opportunity. You can't take that kind of stuff for granted, Can't take that stuff for granted. So we grateful and we happy, man. Yep, we happy. So today, we're going to be talking about some great stuff, man. We're going to talk about why looking backwards can cost you your future. Why looking backwards can cost you your future. That's what we're going to be talking about today. See, a lot of us can't move forward because we're so busy looking backwards. Thank you, Jackie, for tuning in. Appreciate you. A lot of us can't move forward because we're so busy looking backwards. And if y'all saw the thumbnail on this meeting, you would have saw it was an image of a person trying to drive looking backwards, right? How far would you get if you tried to drive to your job looking in the rearview mirror? Answer that. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm having a little allergy situation, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Excuse me. Top of the AM, welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to what you want. And we know that in order to be successful, you have to focus on your future, right? And to be realistic, I thought about this title is because I thought about how much time that I spent in my journey. I thought about how much time I spent in my journey focusing on my past, living in regrets for things that I did or ways I may have messed up stuff back in the day. Right? Y'all share the live, right? Share the live. This is going to be a good one. Share the live with somebody, please. Everybody, just share with at least one person. I would appreciate that, man. If you can share it with at least one person, I would appreciate that. Because we're here to help you win. We're here to be a positive shift in your day at the top of your day. To make sure before you even get started in your day, we here telling you that you're amazing. We're here telling you that you're great, that you are going to do everything you said you're going to do. We're here to support your dreams. We're here to say no weapon formed against you will prosper. We're here to say that everything that rise and then try to stop you from winning, it shall not work, right? And guess why? Guess why it won't work? Because we're preparing our mind state at the top of the day to be able to get what we want and to see what we want, right? So it's so important to get up early and set your day. It's what do I mean by set your day? I mean, you have to get a visual picture of your life. Like we talked about a couple times last week is your blueprint. What's your blueprint? What do you want your life to look like, right? What do you want your life to look like, right? What do you want your life to be? You have to think about this stuff and you have to draw a mental picture of what it looks like. And then you have to do detailed manifestation and visualization practices in order to see what you want. Why? Because as a person thinketh, so are they. What your eyes perceive will be your reality. So how many know you can't drive a car looking in the rearview mirror? Although the rearview mirror is good, the rearview mirror is made to be of an assistance to you. The rearview mirror is made to be a partner in your road, a partner in your journey, right? But just imagine if you tried to drive your car constantly looking in the rearview mirror. That means that the same thing that was meant to help you, the same thing that was meant to give you clarity, the same thing that was meant to show you something can be harmful, right? Because you can't drive a car. Let me move this table over a little bit. Perfect, right? So you can't drive a car looking backwards. You can't drive a car and successfully reach. Thank you for joining. You can't drive a car and successfully reach your goal and your location if you constantly focused in the rearview mirror. Now, why do I say this? Why do I keep making these analogies to the car and the rearview mirror and all that? Because you're driving the car of your life. In case that didn't come across good, you are determining and you are the operator behind how your life turns out. And if you're trying to push your life forward, if you're trying to push your life to the next level, it's no way you can move forward looking backwards. And see, some of us, our our past is holding us back. And so today we're talking about why looking backwards can cost you your future. Looking backwards at your past can cost you your future, right? Looking backwards at your past can cost you your future. So you can't build your life moving forward if you study concentrating on what you did in the past, right? Just imagine this. Get this in your mind. Imagine watching a NBA game. Some of y'all might not like basketball, or just say a football game, right? If you're watching some form of sports or something, and a person does a good play, right? In basketball, they do a block. They block the person, right? And somebody else get the ball. Just imagine if they stayed there celebrating, like, yeah, I blocked him. But the play going on, the person who they were supposed to be defending is gone to the other end of the court, and now it's a disadvantage because you back here celebrating about something you did 2 plays ago, right? So the very thing that was meant to help you, the very thing that was meant to show how skillful you were turned out to be the thing that hindered you because you focused on it. So what I'm saying is, you can't build your life if you keep focusing on your past. Your past is meant to show you direction. You can use your past to show you and guide you on what and what not to do. But anytime you stay focused on your past too much, it's going to keep you stagnant. Let me give you an example of that. How many of us have been hurt in relationships in our past? How many of us have had somebody that did something to hurt us in some way, shape, or form? They may have said something wrong to you, played you, did something that you thought wasn't good, right? But you stay stuck on that. You stay stuck in your past so much that it hinders your future, because every new person you meet, you put them under the standards of what happened to you in your past. Now, although it's good to keep focused on what happened so you don't get bit again, like it's good to remember what happened. Like if I get bit going down the street by a dog and it was a stray dogs everywhere I went, I'm going to remember that, oh, down that street is a bunch of stray dogs. I can't go down that street because it's a chance I can get bit. So I avoid that. That's different from having that awareness. But if I say I'm not going down no more streets because it was a dog down that one street that bit me, and next thing I know, I got bit in the butt, and now I'm not going down no more streets. Now, if you use what happened to you to stop you from going down any other street, then you are holding your life up. And that's what happens when we use our past to dictate our future when it comes to our relationships. I met a lady yesterday. I was celebrating with one of my good friends, billionaire Britt. We was hanging out, right? And billionaire Britt said, in that situation, this lady was serving us, and she had a little heart right there, right? And she was like, we was just joking around, and she was like, I'm here to give you what you want. What do you need? And I was like, I want your heart. And it was a little tattoo right here. And she started laughing. She said, no, not doing that no more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm 50 years old now, and I'm just over it. I'm not doing. I had all those relationships, and I don't want no more relationships. No more. No. Beautiful Mexican lady, right? Now, she said, I'm 50 years old. That's it. I'm 53. Now, she talking at 50 like she 95. She done discounted her whole life of having another relationship. She said, I got a friend, but I don't need no more relationships. No. Now, I could tell just how she said that she's had negative relationships. I could tell by the way she said that she's had negative experiences in the relationships that she had. Now she's allowing that negative relationship that probably happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even if it's 5 years ago, even if it's 1 second ago, it's still in your past. So now she has shut down the whole possibility of having a companion, a husband, a mate, a partner. She shut all that down based upon the experiences that she had in her past. How terrible is that? Like, some people may not get it when I'm saying, and that may be good for you. No judgment. But if you shut down the possibilities of meeting somebody and having a lasting relationship because you don't even want to give it a chance no more because of all the negative stuff you experienced, if that's your perspective, you're going to miss out on life. You're going to miss out on what's supposed to be for you. This lady has cut off her whole future of relationships or marriage, or anything else like that, because she had a few negative experiences. How many of us are living our life based upon past experiences? I told y'all the other morning that I had a lot of not too good things happen to me. I had a lot of self-conscious issues that I used, that I used to have. Why? Because they talked about me. I had a lot of people that talked about my complexion, and I was too dark, I was too black, all this stuff, right? And that caused me to build up a wall of uh, of I'm trying to find the words. That made me build up a wall that I was with self-conscious issues, right? All the stuff that people built up and said about me, it kept me from moving forward because I focused on it. When I would get dressed, I would think about somebody said, "You look dumb," and da-da-da. And I'm like, next thing you know, I'm feeling self-conscious in my outfit. So I allowed the past things that happened to me to dictate my future, and it held me stuck. So how many of us listening today are not living life at the greatest potential possible because we stuck on a past hurt or a past experience, a past relationship, right? And we living our life stuck in this mindset of what happened to us in the past. And you refuse to move forward because that happened to me, so I'm not doing that no more. Listen, we draw different things to us, right? We draw different things to us, but that doesn't mean that has to be your story. Life isn't over. Life isn't over. Life is just getting started. I don't care if you're 65, you're 70. You can still create an amazing life starting right now, but you have to let go of the past. You got to let go of the things that hurt you back then. You got to let go of your experiences that negatively affected you. Let me give you a statistic. Listen to this. It says dwelling on the past, especially with regret or self-blame, is strongly linked to a higher rate of depression and anxiety. Right? Rumination, repetitive negative thinking about past events, prevents emotional recovery and goal progression. Y'all know I'm coming with the receipts every time. Y'all know I'm coming with the receipts. I'm not just talking. I'm just not on here just saying stuff just to say it. I'm not on here just saying stuff to just say it. That was a study called Rethinking Perspectives. That was published in the Psychological Science magazine. That article was published in the Psychological Science magazine. And studies showed that dwelling in the past, especially with regret or self-blame, is strongly linked to a higher rate of depression and anxiety. So ruminating, repetitive negative thinking about past events or past hurts prevents emotional recovery and goal progression. Now that's a study that showed when you focus on your negatively on what happened to you, it's linked to higher states of depression and anxiety. And we got people walking around still hurt off something happened 20 years ago. Now listen, I'm not minimizing what happened. Not at all. Let me tell you something. Y'all know I be so transparent with my life because that's the only way I could be. Like I said, I haven't arrived, but I left. I'm not doing everything right now. I'm still working on my life. I'm still working on being who I should be as a person, a father. I'm still building myself to be the husband I need to be. When I get another opportunity to be married, I want to be the man I'm supposed to be. And what I had to do is let go a lot of self-hurt, a lot of self-regret. You know, the other day I kind of got a little emotional on here talking about, you know, my regret for missing the intimate times with my kids because I wanted to blow it down. I wanted to blaze the ganja, right? So I didn't want my kids riding with me because I knew one thing. I wasn't going to be one of them parents that just blaze ganja with their kids in the car and the windows rolled up or even let down. I wasn't going to allow my kids to see that. I wasn't going to allow my kids to see me indulging in that. I wasn't going to allow my kids to see me sipping. You know, I wanted to be an example. So that thing that led me to want to be an example, it cost me on the other end because I missed those intimate times where I could have had my kids in the car with me just riding to the store. Or I could have had my kids in the car with me going to the park, right? I was going to go play basketball. They could have went with me, but I didn't want them to ride with me because I know I wanted to blaze the ganja on the way. So I said, man, and so for years, that really hurt me. You know, for years, I had so much regret when it came to that. But at some point, I had to let it go. At some point, I had to let it go and say, look, though I dropped the ball, I had to look at the good things. I was still there as a dad. Every pair of pants they ever had came from me. Every pair of clothes, every pair of Takis, anything else they needed, I provided it. To this day, I'm still there. So I had to let go of the regret because it was doing something to me. And y'all saw the other day on the live that just thinking about it a period of time right then made me emotional again. I'm on here crying like a big buster. Like I look back at the video, I'm like, bro, you looking like a whole buster on here crying. But it's okay. Because like I said before, if I could put my life if I could put my life in the forefront to show you how to be better, then I'm going to do that. So like I said, it was regret. Let me tell you, I talked about this in the medical field. One of the biggest things that happens on people's deathbed, is regret. Most people that's about to leave and lose their life from one form or fashion, the biggest thing they have is so many regrets. And you can feel it so heavy that they got so many regrets in life that they didn't do. That means they carried all this burden on them the whole time. Some of the stuff went from childhood. You got people 70, 80 years old still holding on to stuff that happened in your childhood, and not just holding on to it, but you using it to hold you back. You're focused on it so much that it's stopping you from moving forward. Ask yourself, what past experiences am I holding on to that's not serving me? What things may have happened to me back then or through different situations and different relationships that didn't serve me? What things am I holding on to? And be honest with yourself. Be honest. If you had a bad experience in a job and now you're looking at every person you work with like, they going, yo, that's holding you back. That negative energy every time you go in that place is going to hurt you. It's going to kill you slowly. It's like drinking poison and waiting on your neighbor to unalive. Right? It don't work like that. Holding on to regret or holding on to hurt that another person done to you is not going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt that person. They can care less. Guess what? That person is probably not even thinking about you. That person is probably you're not even in their paradigm about what they done to you. And guess what? To be honest with you, most people that hurt us, it was done out of ignorance. Most people that hurt us was hurt themselves. Right? So if we know that, then if we say, man, like I said before, I was starting up, I got the big M word, right? Where people do inappropriate stuff to you. I don't want to say it because I'm watching you get violations for saying certain words. But that happened to me when I was younger by my stepbrother, right? Doing inappropriate stuff to me, the M word. I was you know what I'm talking about, right? And for years, I held that in me in so many ways, and it hindered me in so many ways. But I had to deal with that. I had to deal with it. I had to face it. And you know what I had to do? Let me tell you, the quickest way to be able to forgive somebody who hurt you, the quickest way to be able to let a situation go that didn't serve you, is to deal with people out of empathy, right? And I learned this in a class I had to take, a family class, and it was talking about how to let go of hurt and things like that. And one of the things I learned was you deal with it in empathy, not sympathy, where you feel sorry for the person. No, but empathy can see things from a different point of view, right? So one of the things I was able to do when it came to my stepbrother doing inappropriate stuff to me, you know, at 8 years old, that really messed me up, you know, because it led to a lot of other stuff that happened in my life, self-conscious issues and just being teased and all kind of stuff that happened that built a lot of walls in my life, right? But you know what I had to do? I then turned around and when I started wanting to deal with it and get it out of my life, I started to say, what happened to him? I started to realize hurt people. And it's not an excuse, but dang, did this happen to him? And I found out it did as a young kid. I was 8, he was 15, 14, 15. But when he was 8, 7, it was his uncles and stuff on his mom's side. Like I said, this was my stepbrother. We had different moms. But I found out that he was done like that at a young age. And then I started to think, dang, he went through that. And it was probably nobody to help him. How did he feel having to go through that? How did he feel having to be, touched inappropriately at 7 years old, 8 years old? I started to think about how he felt. Thank y'all. Give me likes. Give me the likes. I appreciate y'all. Give me the likes and the stars, man. Help me out. I appreciate that. Thank you. Share the live too, y'all. If you get anything out of this right now, Facebook, TikTok, all that, just share it with somebody. Ask them to jump on. If you know that they can possibly be letting their past prohibit their future, right? And so I'm telling a story where I was the M word, inappropriately touched, and inappropriate things happening to me by my stepbrother. I was 8 years old and he was like 14 and 15. And I was talking about how did I deal with that? How did I forgive him? How was I able to move past that? And the reason and how I was able to do that is because I started dealing with him in empathy. I started looking at, wow, what happened to him when he was little? And then I started to see, wow, that did happen to him. I found out that it did happen to him. His uncles did it. And it was multiple uncles. And then I started thinking like, wow, what he had to go through if he had to suffer this for many, many years, and nobody was there to save him. Nobody there was to help him. Nobody was there to make sure he was okay as a child. Nobody was there to protect him. And then I started to feel for him like, oh my God, he went through that too. And that's why he did it to me, because somebody did it to him. And so I was able to look at him in empathy. And by me being able to see that other side of it, it allowed me to release it. It allowed me to say, you know what? That's messed up. That happened to him too. We both the victim. He was a victim and nobody saw it. I'm so thankful to God that mine was noticed. And I did have some people step in and try to do something to intervene. But how did he feel not having that person? And every time, many times a week, this thing happened to him and he had to suffer through it. So I was able to see him with empathy. And it changed my perspective. It changed my feelings towards him. And it allowed me to forgive him and release it. and not allow me to grow. So I'm asking you, what happened in your life? What happened in your life where you look back? Where you stuck looking back at? Who hurt you where you still stuck holding on to it? Was it a high school boyfriend, girlfriend? Was it an ex-wife, ex-husband? Was it an ex-relationship? Was it an ex-friendship? What was it? And if it hurt you, then we're talking about how to let it go. If it hurt you, we're talking about how to move forward and release the negative things that hold you back. Because as I said in the opening, go out and try to drive. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Because if you crash, you're going to be trying to sue Corey. So, but I was about to say, go in your car and try to drive and looking in the rearview mirror the whole time. See how far you get. You may be able to get some momentum, but you're not going to be able to drive as good as you can. You're not going to be able to get to your destination as efficient as possible. Yeah, you can look in the rearview mirror and your peripheral vision can see, but you're not going to feel comfortable driving like that. And it's going to slow you down from getting to your destination. And it might be just dangerous enough to cause you to crash. So how many of us are looking in the past, our rearview mirror of our life? How many of us are looking in the rearview mirror of our lives? And we are attempting to move forward, but our progress is hindered because we're looking backwards at the same time. It does not work. You can't keep looking in your past. Okay, it happened. So you made mistakes. So you messed up. If your mistakes made you hurt somebody else, apologize. Y'all heard me on my stream just the other day apologizing to my kids for not being there in those intimate moments with them, because I wanted to blaze the ganja. I didn't want to take them with me to the park because, like I said, I didn't want them being around that. So that affected them. They missed those times with me, right? And not too long ago, I had to deal with it again because I got another little son, Copious. Y'all met him the other day. He's 5 years old, and my oldest son, they got a really close relationship. And my daughter, she was telling me one day that my oldest son, he made a comment. He said, you know why I always take Copious everywhere with me every time he asked me? And she was like, no, why? She was like, because I can remember when I was little, a lot of times we wanted to go with Dad. He wouldn't let us. And so now I'm going to make sure I take my little brother when he asks every time. I'm going to do it. So he's turned. And then he said, and then she was like, dang. And then he said, I know my dad was probably just, blowing the ganja or something. And he didn't want us around that. So I'm grateful that he was able to see the reason why. But people don't have to see the reason why. People don't have to understand your perspective. But that's not up to me to make him understand the perspective. I explained it to him. I was truthful with him. That's how he know that. Because I sat him down and had a conversation. I wanted him to know, son, I dropped the ball in this area. And I know I dropped the ball. I know I missed those bonding periods with y'all when I could have went to the park and hung out, but I wanted to go burn the ganja down, so I'm going to hang with my boys. I want to go, get in some shenanigans with a young lady, so I can't take you with me because I want to be creeping somewhere, right? You have to be truthful with your life. You have to be truthful with what you're doing. And so as I explain this, my son understood because he's to an age now, he's 23. He's to an age now where I can speak to him, right? But that I had to hear him say that about it. His little brother I had to hear that. Like, wow. He said all the times he wanted to go with us, all he can remember is me saying no. But then he remembered, like, okay, I knew it was a reason, but that don't take away the fact that I said no. So you know what I did again? I apologized. I apologized. I apologized. I said that, you know what, Dad, you know, son, Dad was wrong. I told my kids, Dad was wrong. So y'all, I got people asking me, do I got on a mega hat? But you can read. It says, "Make America Dream Again." That's my goal. It has nothing to do with the with your president. It has nothing to do with that, right? I wish I could talk to my dad too. I wish I could. And I know my dad can be, you know, he would even tell me even more now at different things. But we're talking about moving forward, looking backwards. It won't work. We have to start releasing this stuff in our past, y'all. We got to start releasing the hurt and the different things that happen to us so that we can move forward. Did you know you was meant to live your best life ever? You was meant to have amazing friends and amazing experiences. But as long as we hold on to, hey, my moderator don't be playing, boy. Oh, I love it. Boy, you talk some junk, you gonna get blocked so super fast. I got B-Lack and my niece, they be on TikTok on y'all head. Y'all say, boy, you get the fastest block you ever had. As I was talking about, I with my older brother. Somebody on TikTok said that their father did some terrible stuff to him and his sister, and there's no way he can, you know, he can't put it past him. But I was talking about the terrible things that happened to me, the inappropriate things that happened to me with my uncle. With my stepbrother, my dad's son. My stepbrother did inappropriate stuff to me. I'm a man, a boy, and he a boy. Do you imagine what that done to my psychic? Do you imagine what I had to fight through to say no? That wasn't supposed to happen. But the reason I was able to release that thing is because, like I said, I started to look at him in empathy. I started to look at what happened in his life that made him like he was. What happened to him? And I started to look at all the little stuff that he must have went through. He must have felt at, because I found out at even younger than me, his uncles misappropriated him. His uncles did inappropriate stuff to him at 7, 8 years old. No, it was younger than that. I found out. And I found out that he had to go through that for years. And then I realized that hurt people hurt people. I started to see that, man, what did he had to feel when nobody was there to help him? And it made me see him in a different way, that he was a victim just like me. But thank God I had somebody who can see me and step in. He didn't have that. So he had to endure it. Now, that didn't make an excuse for him, what he did to me, but it made me be able to see it as a situation of, dang, he was hurt just like me. So dealing in empathy, and you can look this stuff up, dealing with empathy when it comes to people that hurt you allows you to see them in a different way, right? Now, what does it look like to deal with empathy? Let's talk about that a little bit. What does it look like to deal with somebody in empathy? That means you're not dealing with sympathy. You're not feeling sorry for them at all. They still held responsible for what they did. They still held accountable and all that. But in order for you to be better, because listen, I understand some people say, I can't. I understand some people say they can't let go. But let me tell you, holding on to past hurt It's like I said, it's like drinking poison and waiting on your neighbor to unalive, right? It's only going to unalive you. When you hold on to past hurts and stuff that's built up in you, it's not hurting the person that did it no more. A lot of times they going on with their life. Some of them may not even be living no more. If they are, you have an opportunity to make it right with them. But what I'm saying is, holding on to that, it don't hurt that person. It only restricts you. Let me read this to you. Listen to this. I'm coming with statistics, right? Listen. This is what a statistic, this is a study. This is a study done again by the psychological review on page 102. The psychological review. It was a doctor that did it named Govich. Dr. Govich. He done a study and he said consistent focus on the past failures creates a bias such as loss and self-doubt, which negatively impacts the ability to be proactive, to have forward thinking in your decisions. So holding on to past hurts and failures, it creates a bias in your mind, such as loss aversion, right? So what it says, it keeps you in self-doubt, which negatively impacts your ability to be proactive and make good decisions. So holding on to past hurt, it hinders your ability to make good decisions in your future. Now, this is, like I said, this is a study that was done in the psychological review on page 102. It's called The Experience of Regret. This was a study done that showed that living in a state of hurt and focused on past issues, it stops you from being able to be proactive in your day-to-day. Another study showed that it reduces your physical and mental health over time. Chronic regret and backward focus, it creates a higher level of cortisol, the stress hormone, and poor health behaviors like sleep deprivation, substance abuse, and lower immune response. Listen, I'm giving y'all statistics to show you living in regret or holding on to past hurts and people that hurt you in the past, holding on to things in your life like that, literally releases the stress enzyme in you, cortisol, and it leads to poor health. It said it leads to poor health behaviors like sleep deprivation. How many of y'all hurt and you find yourself not being able to sleep? How many of y'all holding on to past things and regrets and you find yourself not being able to sleep? How many of us, let me not say y'all, because I'm in this boat too. I'm healing every day. Like I said, I haven't arrived, but I left. But how many of us turn to substance abuse? Because that's another thing that it does. The study showed it right here. Again, in a psychological magazine, it showed that. Dr. Brewer, the influence of regret, it talked about that. Right? It releases higher hormones in your body, and it causes poor health behaviors like sleep deprivation, substance abuse, and a lower immune system. You know that people walking around and hurt, you know, and people walking around and hurt are less likely to get sick. Are more likely to get sick. People that walk around and hold hurt on the inside of their body are more likely to come down with diseases. That alone makes me want to say, I got to forgive everybody. I got to release everything in my life that's causing me to be hindered. Everything in my life that's causing me not to move forward. Thank y'all for the support on Cash App. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Got a couple people. I appreciate that. Thank you. Helping us move the message forward. Thank you. How many of y'all know that holding on to past regrets opens your body up to disease? So some people walking around with unnecessarily sick. So I want y'all to do this. Really take an inventory of your life and say, what am I going through? Am I holding on to past things that's not serving me? Am I? That's a question you have to ask yourself and be transparent. You gotta be honest, because you know what? I can say when my brother did those things to me, it held me back for years because I was fighting and holding on. I wanted to do something to him. I was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe to YouTube channel for me. Please run over to YouTube and subscribe to Corey_Cofield. We got a lot of good content coming up. We about to film even on this week. Some of y'all monies that y'all sent to support the movement and to help America dream again. That's my goal, to help America dream again, to help America get back to the point where we believe in ourselves, that we love who we are, that we can embrace truly who we are. That's my mission. And I want to shoot content to support that. I want to make gear. I want to make merchandise like this. Some of y'all, this is some of the stuff you guys have helped create with your gifts. Make America dream again, right? We got different merchandise that make just little reminders. We got t-shirts that say "Do not disturb," letting people know you gotta know when it's time to shut your life down. So we got a lot of things that we're doing to push the movement forward, to help people get back on track, to love what they do, to get back to their dreams. Because anytime you walk away from your dream, you walk away from God. Anytime you walk away from your dream, you walk away from God. How? See, God's way of getting what he wants into the world is through the dreams of his people. He used dreamers. He used people like you and I who have a dream. It got some people who have a dream to save the rainforest. That was a God idea that he planted in them, to have a physical person here in this paradigm moving in that realm. So when you walk away from your dream, you walk away from a gift that God gave you in order to be able to change the world. So a lot of us are not operating where we should be operating at. Why? Because that's why we're talking about this stuff. In order to be able to dream again, you got to get out all the stuff in your life that's preventing you from doing it. So my mission is to allow us to walk back to our dreams. But in order to do that, we have to deal with these things that we're going through, like hurt. How many know that hurt can keep you from your dream? How many know that past experiences that negatively affect you can keep you from your dream? So anything that I think that can keep you from your dream, I'm talking about it. I'm dealing with it. Face forward. I'm dealing with it. And if you got people in your life that hurt you in any way, I need you to write a letter to them. You don't have to send it to them. I want you to write an open letter to them explaining how that made you feel, how their actions made you feel, what was the results of their action in your life. And lastly, I want you to tell them, I forgive you. I understand that you wasn't in your right mind. I understand that you might have did it on purpose. You might have intentionally did something to hurt me. But even a person like that, you can have empathy for. Because what does a person have to be going through mentally to on purpose try to do something to hurt a child? Or on purpose to try to lie to be able to hurt you? What's have to be on a person's mind to have to be able to make up a whole deceitful situation to be able to get next to you in order to be able to hurt you? what happens, what a person have to be thinking, what kind of person that has to, what kind of mindset does a person that does that has? It has to be something real terrible, right? So that allows you to be able to look at a person and say, you not wrapped too tight. You don't got all the sandwiches in the picnic basket. Your light bulb's a little screwed. Your light bulb's a little loose, buddy. Even if that's the fact, whatever you got to tell yourself to be able to release that person, it needs to be done today. And listen, when I say done today, I'm not saying it has to all happen today, but I'm saying the start has to start right now. At 6:23 a.m. California time, 8:23 in Texas, and 9:23 in Michigan, Atlanta. At this time right now, you have to make a decision that no longer will my past hinder me from my future. No longer that because somebody helped me, somebody hurt me rather. I'm going to allow that to affect me. Somebody said on TikTok, my dad would scream at me constantly that he hates me and yell to the sky that he hates his parents. See what I'm telling you? If a man did that, it was something mentally wrong with him. And oh my God, how did your dad, how did he live his life? What happened to him? Something happened to your dad, brother or sister. I don't know because I can't tell by your name, but I'm telling you, something happened to him. Somebody did something to him that hurt him. And then he turned around and did something to you that hurt you. But you can make a decision today to say, no longer will that hinder me. Dad, I forgive you. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. It's no manual on being a father. It's no manual on how to be a good mother. It's no manual on how to be a good husband. It's no manual to come with you and show you how to be a good friend. It's no manual to show you how to be a good student. It's no manual to show you these things. These are all things that's learned through trial and error. You know, I used to be real angry when I was just quick fuse with my kids too. I never had told them I hate them, but I was just so snappy and mad all the time. Would holler at them, sit down, you know. But guess what? That's what happened to me. My mom would do a lot of hollering. She would do a lot of hollering and cussing, you know? And so I picked up those traits, but guess what? That's no shot to my mom. That's no shot to my mom. It's no dig at my mom because she did all she could. But guess what? Somebody did it to her. So unless the buck stops here, the buck is going to keep bucking. So even some of us need to do this so it won't be passed down to our children. You got kids in the house with you now. Value them. Value them enough to release your past hurts so you can't keep living out the trauma in front of them. And next thing you know, they're dealing with it. Somebody got to stop it. Somebody got to say no more. A lot of us is dealing with a lot of substance issues because it's our family did it. It came down through our family. But somebody got to be the one to say no more. Somebody got to be the one to say, I'm going to be happy the rest of my life. Somebody got to say, I'm going to forgive people the rest of my life. I'm not going to hold nothing in. Like I said, you got to understand this. It is paramount to release those hurts. Why? Because holding on to any negative thing in your body against another person is like drinking poison and waiting on your neighbor to unalive. How do you look if you go on your porch, you see your neighbor over there, and you say, I can't stand that son of a scotch, and then you take a whole thing of poison and you just down it. I'm about to get him. Now you watch him. I drunk that. Now watch what's gonna happen to him. Next thing you know, you looking like Red Fox. About to have a heart attack. Imagine if you drunk poison, a big old cup of poison. And then you waited on your neighbor to unalive. Who going to unalive? Is it going to be your neighbor or you? Exactly. It's going to be you. So holding on to any past hurts is literally statistically proven. It hurts you, not the person who you're holding a grudge against. So right now, God, give us the strength. Give us the power to let go, God. Give us the power to let go and to release everything that hurt us. Give us the power to let go, to let go of people, to let go of negative perspectives and negative images of other people. Release it. We release it today. You give us the strength to release it today, God, and we will. We will. We want to live our best life. We want to be as happy as you ever could be. And that sometimes that means letting go of people, letting go of situations, and letting go of circumstances. Especially if it's something that you couldn't do about it. My stepbrother, the stuff he did to me inappropriately, I was 8 years old. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. I was 8 years old. I wasn't mentally prepared to be able to deal with him. There's nothing I can do about that. Sometimes I think, why didn't you go tell? Why didn't you go tell? And when I look back at that, honestly, I was like not even myself. When it would happen, I would just log out like like the Windows computer. I would just log out. And it was like it wasn't happening, but it was. I don't know why, but I do know I was 8 years old. I do know that my mind wasn't even nowhere near developed. I do know that I didn't have the intellectual know-how to be able to deal with this thing. So that allowed me to be able to forgive him. That allowed me to be able to release him and start living my life. This is for you. This is for you. Let me share a few things with you. These are statistics that prove what could happen when you focus on your future. When you focus on the good stuff. When you let go of past hurts and everything that hurt you. This was a study published in the Journal of Personal and Social Psychology. This was a study published in the Journal of Personal and Social Psychology. It found that individuals with a future-oriented mindset were 43% likely to set and achieve long-term goals compared to those who were past-oriented. Yo, I'm going to read it again. This is crazy. Studies published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a future-oriented mindset, so individuals that kept their mind on what they wanted, the future, when individuals that kept their mind on what they wanted, kept their heart on what they wanted, individuals that live like that were 43% more likely to accomplish and achieve long-term goals. So just living in a state of your future and not in the past puts you at 43% in front of the next person. Because ironically, most people are past oriented. That means people focus on the past. And did you know that 95% of your thoughts are reoccurring? Over 95% of the thoughts you have every single day. 95. Let me rephrase that. I want to make sure that y'all get what I'm about to tell you. Every bit thought that you have in a 24-hour period, everything you think about in a 24-hour period, over 95% of that is repetitive. Every thought you think in your mind all day long, at the end of the day, when you go to bed, every thought you done had, millions of thoughts. Let me see something right quick. I want to see something. I'm all about statistics, man. We about to look into this right quick. This is bananas. Hold on. Watch this. Let me see this. How many thoughts do the average person think in one day? Okay. Let's see what it say. The average person has between 50,000 and 70,000 thoughts per day. Okay? That's roughly equivalent to 35 to 48 thoughts per minute. Right? Some studies suggest about 60,000 thoughts per day, typically about 60,000 thoughts a day. And listen, a significant portion of those, around 90%, are repetitive. I've heard up to 95%. So you have about 60,000 thoughts every single day, right? The average person, 60,000 thoughts. They say between 35 and 48 thoughts per minute. But over 90% of those thoughts are repetitive. That means you're thinking the same thing every day. That's the problem of being focused in your past. Because if everything you thinking about is past things that happened in the past, how can you build a future forward? You can't. You're going to continue to build the past. And people wonder why. People wonder why they go through the same thing every day. Some people say, why I keep bumping into to no good dudes? Because you got a repetitive thought of a no good dude every day. Why do you keep bumping into situations where people try to play you or people try to get over on you? Because you got your mind stuck on this repetitive thoughts. Over 90% of your thoughts are reoccurring every day. So ask yourself, what am I thinking about all day? If over 90% of your thoughts are reoccurring, what is the reoccurring thought in your mind? Is it lack? I'm not going to have enough. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I'm not going to have enough money for bills. This dude ain't. This woman ain't. All men dogs. You can't trust nobody. People try to play you whenever they can. All these thoughts is running in your mind every single day, and it's producing the life that we experiencing right now. Y'all run over to YouTube for me, please. Y'all run over to YouTube, Corey_Cofield, and give me a subscribe, please. We got some big stuff coming, man. It's gonna be we're gonna be doing a lot of content on YouTube. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff on YouTube with all our content and stuff. So if y'all can help us out with that, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. We're talking about why looking backwards is costing you your future. Looking backwards at old hurts, old things that people did to hurt us, is costing you your future. No more, man. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more. We're going to release every negative thing that ever hurt us. We're going to release every negative statement that ever hurt you. We're going to release it right now. My elementary school teacher came right in my ear, and she reached down. She said, you ain't going to be. She said, you ain't going to be S-H-I-T. You ain't going to be. She said that in my ear, and I'm like, I remember looking up at her, and I remember that ringing through my ear, going down in my body, and it grew inside of me. And all I would think about is her telling me that. And that affected me a lot of years because I believed her. She was a teacher. I was in elementary school. I was like 5. How you going to tell a 5-year-old they ain't going to be? They 5. What they supposed to be? What am I supposed to be, a carpenter? Rug rat looking at? Yo, that's crazy, man. But I held on to those things. You can DM me for that. DM me for that. I see you. Is that Moomers? Be like, can you get their information, please? Can you DM them for me? The person is asking to have a conversation with me. Go to Be Like, bro. They can see you. Go to Be Like and DM. She gonna get with you, and I'll follow back up with you. Thank you. That's person asking for a personal time to be able to go over some things. That's what I do. I'm a transformational guy. I help people find their passions, and then I help them get back to it. I help them with detailed steps on how to be better. Y'all can go over to my website and see some of the things I do. It's CoreyCofield.com, right? I got different packages and sessions that I physically walk with you. I call myself a transformational guide because a guide is a person that walks with you every step. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. We getting over this stuff. And if one person, if the champion right there that was honest, can you type your name in there? Be like, how you pronounce that name? Is it Mooners? I don't even know. But that person on my TikTok that literally was honest about their situation with their dad. Okay. I wish a voice I can push to pronounce that. Is it Mooners? Momers? Okay, he's not. Yeah, okay. Is that Michael? Is that Michael or did I say that right? Thank you. Is it Michael? Because this stuff is real little. Be like, did I say that right? Right? Because I can't see that little bitty writing right there. All I can see is an M. Or is it Michelle? Or they broke it down like with a slash in the middle of it, and I'm still messing up. Oh, Michelle. Is that right? Okay. Oh, okay. Mitchell. Be like, just say yes or no if I'm saying it right. Just call me. No, I'm just look. If I mess your name up, please forgive me. Don't charge it to my heart at all. You know what I'm saying? But just know I'm here for you. I'm here to make you be better and to help you be better, to walk with you until you're better. I went through a lot of self-conscious stuff coming up. I had to do a lot of self-work to be able to get myself to a perspective that I was worth it. I walked around so many years letting my past and the things people thought about me dictate what I was doing in the future. No longer, though. I've been on this journey for a minute now, and I feel good. And we all can be on the same journey. So listen, right now, if you allow somebody to hurt you, we're going to do this. We're going to do this practice that allows us to release that. We're going to do that. We're going to put it. We're going to do a session right now to help us release all past trauma. Right? And it's just going to be just a meditation to release past hurt. So if you can close your eyes right now, do that. If you can't, keep them open. But I want you to say this in your heart. Take 3 deep breaths. Blow it out with an audible sound. Take another one. Blow it out. This last one, fill your lungs with the air of life, with life and abundance. Breathe it in. Let it out. And when you let it out, you were releasing all negative things. When you breathe in that breath, fresh air, we're going to do it one more time, and I want you to understand what's happening. When you take that breath in, like Be Like said, thank you. We're going to hold it for 4 seconds. You hold that, you take that breath in, and when you take that breath, imagine you're breathing in all good light. You're breathing in everything good that's in the universe. You're breathing in everything that's God. You're breathing in good relationships. You're breathing in good experiences. You're breathing in nothing but positivity and good energy, right? Imagine that. And when you let it go, when you breathe out, you're letting out every negative thing that's in your body. Every negative past hurt, every affliction, everything that hurt you, that breath is going to release it out of your body. So on the count of 3, we're going to take that big breath and we're going to hold it for 4 seconds. And when you blow it out, try to count for 4 seconds. But blowing it out, just imagine releasing all negativity going out with it. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Hold it. And then just release. All negativity is leaving your body. All unforgiveness is leaving your body. All past hurt is leaving your body right now. We release every person that hurt us. Repeat after me. I release every person that hurt me. Intentionally or non-intentionally. I release every person that ever affected me negatively. I release you. Every situation that may have caused me to be injured emotionally, I release you. Y'all repeating after me. Every circumstance that may have entered my life that affected me negatively, I release you. Every word that's ever been spoke over my life that was contrary to me winning, I release you. Every emotional attachment that I've had illegitimately, I sever and I release you. Every pain, every hurt that's been connected to me physically, I release you. And now you say, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be free from negative emotions. And starting right now, I jumpstart my new life where I release past hurts, I release past angers, and I will be happy. Now give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a big hug, man. Dude, shake it, rock with it. Give yourself a big old hug. Rub your shoulders, pat yourself. Do this. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze. Congratulations. I'm not about to be on my doggone lives crying every day. I'm not about to be on my lives crying every day, so I'm literally holding back my emotions right now because I feel the release that's been released to the people. You help me too. You help me too, bro. You help me too. I truly feel the release. Now, what we did, the practice that we did, you remember that. And this is not something that you just do one time. This is something that you continually do, because guess what? The raw reality is we're going to be hurt often. People are going to let us down in many different ways, in many different times. But guess what? We can't affect that. There's nothing we can do about that. But guess what? You can dictate your future and how you handle it. You can dictate how you handle it. I love y'all, man. Welcome to the morning shift. We shift the perspective, y'all. Be happy now. Be happy because you've made a physical change today. What's today? This is Monday, June 9th. Monday, June 9th. Write it down. That's your new birthday. That's your awakening day. June 9th is your awakening day. Write that down and remember that. Write that down and remember that. If you did this practice in any way, shape, or form, and you felt like it helped you, write that down. And now, check it out. I just say, listen, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a lot of things we're doing. Thank you. Thank you for the cash out. Appreciate you. It don't take a lot, y'all. Sometimes people send $5, $10. People sent way more than that before. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is the support is helping us to be able to make merchandise, to shoot content, to do the things and put this message out on a broader scale. We got a funnel that we're producing to be a sales funnel, to be a marketing funnel, to be able to sell the books and to get the message out at a high level. We're finishing that up, but it takes money. It takes funds to do all that. So only if you support it. Only if you support it. Only if you want to see somebody else dream. The Cash App is CTE Cash. That's Cat Thomas Edward Cash. CTE Cash. That's it. If you want to be a support. If not, it's all good. It's all good. It will be provided. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't make me cry. Man, I'm not even reading your messages no more. I'm not going to be crying on live. I just went through this. Oh, my God. You're going to do this to me. Somebody just put in the chat, I'm in tears. Thank you for June 9th. They trying to make me cry. I'm not doing it. I'm staying strong. How many know that crying ain't weak? I'm just making jokes, but crying ain't weak. Crying ain't weak. Crying is an emotion that helps you. It lets it out. I'm telling you, I might cry once a day. I don't know. Since I turned 53, I'm like sensitive. You feel me? Like I can watch some junk. I can watch something on TV. This thing I know, I'm sitting there like, I'm like, boy, what's wrong with you, man? It's just my heart is open up. My heart is so going out for the people. I just want us to win so much, and I don't want nothing to hold none of us back. I don't want nothing to hold none of us back. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. Go to YouTube, y'all. Subscribe. We here every morning. I'm gonna start saying every morning because I don't want to anticipate no issues. Yesterday I missed because my daughter, well, not just because, but there's other stuff came. But I became a granddaddy yesterday. My first grandchild was born yesterday. I'm so excited for that. So today, remember, we have released every negative thing in you, every negative person that hurt you. We've released it. And if you think that you weren't able to all the way let it go today, let's keep working. DM me, man. You can go to my Instagram, Corey_Cofield. I'm on TikTok, Corey Cofield Real. I'm on all social media platforms. You can follow me, you can DM me, and I can help you walk through it. Let me give you one more statistic that talks about having a perspective of looking forward, having a perspective of not holding on to the past. What will it do for you? Let's talk about it. It improves mental health and emotional well-being. Future-focused individuals report lower levels of depression and anxiety and higher levels of hope and optimism. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look what it's saying. The effects of future-focused individuals. We have to be a future-focused individual. Be like, text me that, please, before I forget it. We want to be a future-focused individual. Y'all put that in the chat for me, too. You have to be a future-focused individual. Why? Because it said future-focused individuals report lower levels of depression and anxiety and higher levels of hope and optimism. You're future-focused. Woo! Thank you. We're future-focused individuals. So I say that to you. I say that to you on this God day. You are a future-focused individual. Say that 5 times. Future-focused individual. Future-focused. Damn. Future-focused individual. Future. Wow. Hold on. Wait. Future-focused individuals. Future-focused. Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna do this. Future-focused individuals. Future-focused individual. What the heck is wrong with my tongue, bruh? Yo, that's crazy. Okay, whatever. Try to say that 5 times. But we are future-focused individuals. That's what we are. Future-focused individuals. Man, I gotta put that in the chat myself. Who put that? Anybody put that in the chat? Have a wonderful day. You too. I appreciate you, Jackie. You are a future-focused individual. Future-focused individuals. We are future-focused individuals. That's what we are. I'll put that on the screen. We are future-focused individuals. Future-focused individuals, man. We are future-focused individuals. I keep saying that because that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Look what it said. Future-focused individuals report lower levels of depression and anxiety and higher levels of hope and optimism. One more. Future-focused individuals promote. Wow. Future-focused thinking promotes wiser, long-term decisions. Making, I'm saying that like I'm remedial. Future-focused thinking promotes wiser, long-term decision making and reduces impulsive and self-destructive behavior. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Future-focused thinking promotes wiser, long-term decision making and reduces impulsive or self-destructive behaviors. If you want to cut down your self-destructive behaviors and impulsive decision making, be a future-focused individual. Focus on your future more than your past. That alone can put you it can put you 43% ahead of the next person. That's huge. That's huge. And that article was published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. It's on page 66. So y'all can look up all these studies, man. Y'all can look up all these studies. And you know, we gave you effects, 3 ways that focusing on your past could affect you. We gave you it can affect you negatively. We gave you 3 ways. Y'all can watch the stream again. We gave you 3 ways on how focusing on your past can affect your future negatively. Then we gave you 3 ways that being a future focused person can affect you positively. It helps with depression and anxiety, all that. It actually thrives and make you thrive. Just the kind of stuff we get on the morning shift, y'all. So we appreciate y'all. We really do. We really do. We'll be here tomorrow, 5:30. And if this helped you, share it with somebody. If you want to watch the full thing back again, you can go to the YouTube channel, go under live, and you'll be able to see it right there. But I'm asking you to share this with somebody. Share this with somebody. I appreciate you. Absolutely. I appreciate you too. And guess what? I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. You helped me. You gave me confidence to be able to even deliver this message. Because, you know, I wasn't getting a lot of people responding, but you were in the chat and you were responding saying, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you, Corey. This is helping me. And anytime you can, you know, anytime the crowd can help you be better, yo, that's what's up. So I appreciate you. I'm hoping Be Like got your information. But if not, you DM me yourself. I know she probably followed up with you or will, but you can DM me yourself and I'll get back with you to have a conversation. It'll probably be later on today. I got a few more things to do today. You know, I got a few more minutes on here, but I just want to say thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for being here. And if you feel like it can help you in any way, share it. Share it. Jackie said, have a wonderful day. You're a blessing. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. And guess what? Sharon says, see you on Manifest tonight. Mindifest tonight. Thank you. So listen, y'all. What Sharon is talking about, Mindifest is a thing that we do every week. And it's where we Mindifest is a Zoom meeting that we have every Monday at 6:30 PST. If you want to be involved, DM me for the link and I'll send you the DM access to be able to join. So basically what it is, Mindifest is it's called the Mastermind Masters, the Mindifest Master Society. So it's people that focus on creating the life they want using their mind. They only see what they wish to experience. This is some of the stuff we talk about to be able to move forward. It's where we all come together. You know, we got all people from all kind of walks of life, and we there every Monday just encouraging each other, building people up. It's on Zoom. You know, we do different talks. We go over different books. Tonight, Dr. Gigi will be going over a book called The 4 Agreements. If you haven't heard of that book, The 4 Agreements, please look it up. Please look up The 4 Agreements. Tonight we're going to be. It's been like a 4-week thing. So tonight we actually going over the last agreement tonight, and so it's going to be amazing. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. If you want the link, like I said, if you want the link, go on over to the YouTube. I mean, DM me, and I'll get right at you, and I'll send you the link. Or you can, you know, I think if y'all list other people like Black or Jackie, not Jackie, Sharon, that had this link. So y'all pop out. We'll be there tonight. We there every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. PST for the Mindifest meetup, where we help America dream again. We help America dream again. Tonight's going to be amazing. So look, if y'all want that link, you know, if y'all watch it on Facebook, DM me. You watch it on Instagram, DM me. If you're on TikTok, DM me. If you're on Twitch, message me. You know what I'm saying? If you're on LinkedIn, message me. Do whatever you got to do to get there, because it's going to be an amazing time. You know, we just helping everybody be better, man. And how many know iron sharpens irons? You got to be and surround yourself around people who doing what you want to do, who operating like you want to operate, right? And if you're not dealing with people that's doing big stuff, you won't do big stuff. But that ain't what we on. That ain't what we on. We executing and we living our best life. So we appreciate y'all. So we jumping off of here, y'all. It's been another God day. Thank you for watching, Corey. The Monday. I'm messing up. Let me put this back on the screen. Thank you for watching the morning shift for Corey Cofield. We so appreciate you. We're thankful for you, and just know you win. No matter what, you win. All right. So go out and have an amazing day intentionally. Okay. No negativity. Don't let nobody drop your energy. Don't let nobody take you down. Don't let nobody sow into you negative thoughts, or don't have no negative conversations. Keep it all positive. I love y'all. God day.